Hey guys, this is Shadrad bringing on Jonathan Kyle on this call to share his experience with using REsimpli. I'm very excited to have him. This is the first time actually I'm connecting with him, so I'd love to hear his experience. Jonathan, welcome to the call. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing amazing, Sharad. I'm very honored to just be here and then just to get to share some ideas and appreciate the software that and the value it's bringing to us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you taking time to jump on the call. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where do you live? What market do you invest in? And what kind of investing do you do?
Absolutely amazing. Great question, Sharad. So I am primarily in Indiana, and I do a lot of business in Indianapolis or all the other counties such as Marion County, Johnson's County. But we do also do some business in other states, like Florida, North Carolina. We did in South Carolina, but due to the regulations, we had to kind of rethink and restructure things for that state specifically. But Indiana is our main market, but we also do, in other few couple markets too. And primarily we do wholesaling.
How long have you been investing for?
Not really for too long. I think it's only been 2.5 years, basically. Yeah, two and a half.
Okay. It's about 2022. Yeah.
22 exactly.
And what's
Yeah.
your current team size?
So right now it's just me and my business partner. We do take everything on our own. I do the acquisitions and he handles dispositions, but of course we do just kind of help one another, in each of the departments. Right now with the size of leads that we're receiving, it does not make sense for us to so far at this moment, to bring in anyone, but. But we've been making a lot of changes, with our leads, especially tapping into inbound marketing, and leads are
Okay.
flowing in. And I think with that, we may actually start expanding and bring in people,
Right.
to assist.
What are some of the marketing channels you're using in your business?
Absolutely, great question. So the one that we used to use in the last, past 1 year or 2 years used to be, like the regular one, SMS and cold calling. But since then, we've really switched. We went full blown inbound marketing, right? Due to the regulations. And to my surprise, I was like, why haven't I done this before with my partner? Because it's just been amazing. So we currently do PPC and SEO. We just focus on those two, PPC and SEO. That's all.
Those are high quality leads, like compared to
High quality
texting and
leads, right?
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you mind sharing how many deals are you doing per month or per year? Totally cool if you're not comfortable.
Absolutely. On average, let me see our lead pipeline. So we just switched to inbound marketing, and I know we're still optimizing, our inbound leads. So right now we have 2 deals in the pipeline currently as I speak right now. But on average, I would say typically 1 to 2 deals a week on average, right? So that amounts to
About 4 to 6 a month.
about 4 to 6 a month. That's kind of the numbers.
I love that. Just you and your business partner, you guys are lean and mean, running and
Yeah.
a highly profitable business. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. Lean and mean, and it's doing amazing. Now we used to have it. We did used to have a team actually, Sharad. I think there was a point whereby we're like almost 10 in my team.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, we used to.
Yeah.
That was when we were doing cold calling, because here's what we noticed, Sharad, is once you do tap into inbound marketing, almost 60% of your team is gone. Because when we used to do cold calling and SMS, we had cold callers, text blasters, we had a lead manager, of course, handling some of these leads, vetting them even more before they can set an appointment for us. But once we did inbound marketing, I mean, the website does the job. It filters out, the leads and people. So
100%.
it's just the appointment. So we reached a point where we're like, oh my gosh, with inbound, we don't need that huge team, So we had to just, cut off, part of the team. And then the only reason we did not keep some of the one of the lead manager we had was because there was just not enough lead, to keep them busy. We could just handle all of it. But again, like I said, we're still optimizing, our inbound channel. And once we increase that, then yeah, we'll be bringing in more people, to
I love
potentially
that.
scale. Yeah.
Less people, more efficiency, and highly
More
profitable
efficiency.
business.
Absolutely.
How long have you been using REsimpli for?
Probably, if I'm not wrong, probably end of last year.
It's about
I want to make
six,
sure I'm not
7 months.
wrong. About 6, 7 months, yeah.
Okay. What specific challenges or pain points you were facing before switching to REsimpli?
You know the story, Sherrod. All of us began in Podio, right? We had a developer who did all the customization on our podium, and it was at the beginning it kind of made sense, but moving forward it became a mess. Things would change. There would be some triggers, with the system. Now we have to call them back, and the thing was just not, was not going smoothly for us in terms of like organizations and the system and process. Using Podio was just not the best choice. All the money that we spent, I think we spent probably close to $5,000, just dealing with Podio and customizing it. I'm like, man, this could have been REsimpli almost covering the full year, and and I'm having a full blown system, that is perfectly amazing. So
Yeah. Very early when we started the company, our tagline used to be work on deals, not on Podio. We wanted
hmm
investors
yeah,
to be busy doing deals, not busy doing Podio. Yeah, I
yeah.
totally understand that. What were some of the main factors that led you to choose REsimpli over other platforms?
Number one, I think, was the interface, very easy to use. I mean, I didn't have to do anything, it was a CRM. I logged in, I had my logins, got the account, everything was there, compared to any other CRM. I mean, you follow up boss, Podio, investor fuse, you name it, there's a lot of them, right? The thing with those CRM is once you have it, you have to do some work in it. Actually, a lot of work, a lot of
Right.
customizations. I'm an investor. I don't have time. That's not my niche, right? I just want a system that is ready, that can get the job done, and it's smooth and clean. And that's exactly what REsimpli was, right? I didn't have to do all the custom work by myself, try to figure out things, or try hire someone and they do the work. And then a few months goes by, something happens wrong, and then I have to call them and schedule with them and spend more money, right?
Yeah.
So I think REsimpli was just like it's a one rich product basically, right?
Right.
It has everything, and more importantly than any CRM, it's specifically for investors, right?
Absolutely.
All other
Yeah.
CRMs people uses it, people in different industry uses it for different work, for different purposes, but REsimpli was just fully investor,
That was
customizable. So yeah.
absolutely, that was the goal from beginning, to create something very, very specific to real estate investor. Makes me so happy that you see the vision. So when you joined like 6, 7 months ago, how was
Uh,
your onboarding process for you and your team?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. Number one, the one thing I loved a lot was the self onboarding, right? Because REsimpli had some videos really straight to the point. Actually, when I used to have my team of cold callers, SMS lead manager, and even an acquisitions manager, that's why I sent them. It made my onboarding so easy. Hey, this is the system that we use. Here's the videos. Here's the login, go watch the video. So onboarding was so easy, self onboarding, right? And then on top of that, customer support, I mean, you can reach out to them through Facebook, you can book an appointment. So, I mean, the resources and the onboarding was just amazingly smooth, And I even loved one of the updates that I think recently came in, which is the Zoom one-on-one, which I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
even adds more value to
yeah,
to the onboarding process of its own, but yeah, for us, the onboarding was so easy, so amazing. Especially for us, it was the videos, right? Having those videos, telling you what to do and how to
absolutely.
use these features was amazing. Was time saving.
Absolutely. I'm so happy that you find value in that. We have like thousands of videos now at this point, and we try to make them very specific. Like our goal is to make them as much as possible 2 to 3 minute long. So you know
Right.
exactly a specific question you can answer, and then you can move on.
Mhm.
And if you have another question, you can go into that specific question. So thank you for that. How would you say, how has REsimpli helped you achieve your goals in your business?
One word: system and process.
I love
System and
that.
process.
Speaking my
That's
love
why.
language.
Yeah, that's what REsimpli did for us. System and process, from the deal flow, from the beginning, from the moment the lead is received, all the way to the end. It made it so easy. I love all the features of like roles and tagging, different pipelines for dispo, for acquisitions. It really just made the workflow in a company really so easy and amazing. One of my favorite features that I'm so grateful, especially right now, since I'm doing inbound, is speed to lead.
Oh my
you,
God.
you
That
won't believe it,
that's
Sharad.
Yeah,
That's the best feature with unless someone does inbound marketing, that's when they get to see the real value of speed to lead, you know. Um,
100%, man.
if someone
It's
is
just
doing podcast, yeah,
immediately, like within 30 seconds, you're talking to the
and
seller. Oh my
exactly.
God. Yeah. You have to be, yeah. If you're doing inbound, you have to use speed to lead. Yeah,
You have to use speed.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really, like I was saying, when it comes to system and process, I think the CRM, you know, kind of puts all those things together, you know, so that way you don't miss out any lead. And I even love the fact that the phone app, you know, which is also an amazing feature, you know, so really leads cannot slide, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah,
uh,
we won't let you miss any leads. And we have a pretty big update coming next month that's
uh-huh.
gonna make it even more efficient to get on top of your leads. It's gonna be like whole next level. So I'm excited about that, man. Yeah, thank you.
I
Yeah.
definitely look forward.
Speed to
Yeah.
lead is one of my favorite features too. I agree. Can you share any specific tangible benefits that you noticed after you started using REsimpli coming from Podio?
I think one of the key features for us was the 10 DLC issue. So when we had Podia, and we kind of connected it with, I think it's smartphone. I think that's what it is. You
Smartphone, yeah.
know, going through the verification process was really tough for us. Using Podia, you know, and we tried even Twilio. It was very challenging, you know. So I think one of the key benefits coming into REsimpli, I think they made that it's so easy for us, you know, like many CRM, our text goes in, you know, goes out, you know, which is so important for us, right? Because we do a lot of drip campaigns, which I mean, it's amazing, you know, it's an amazing thing for us because most of the days, believe it or not, like 80% of our days come from follow up, you know. So having that approval process done by REsimpli makes life 100% times way much easier. And the reason why I'm saying it's a huge benefit is because remember, like I was going back to the follow-up to the drip campaign, you know, thing, which is if your text if you can't get your text delivered, you don't have that tuned in well, you know, there's a lot of deals and potential, you know, income that you're just losing, right? So it seems like it's a small thing, but for us it was a huge
Oh,
thing, you know, going from
100%.
audio to REsimpli. They got, I think we were approved like in 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, where you know
Yep,
everything was done and drip campaigns were going in, and we were still in text. Communication was easy between us and sellers. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Would you say REsimpli had helped you close some deals that you would not have been able to close if you were not using REsimpli?
Oh yeah. The main one being, of course, the drip campaigns, right?
Right.
When we're using Podio, drip campaign was not smooth at all. To be honest with you, Sharad. Coming into REsimpli, the ability to have drip campaigns really kind of made us, you know, lose on deals and close on deals. There's some we even transferred some of the leads that we had in Podio, right? We brought it into REsimpli, and believe it or not, those are the leads we're not seeing. It seems like they were never in the CRM, right? But
Yeah,
moving it to Podio to CRM to REsimpli and putting all those drip campaigns and everything, we started noticing those leads were actually there, right?
absolutely.
So yeah, I think that's one of the key benefits. Yeah, moving from Podio.
What are your future goals and how do you see REsimpli helping you achieve those goals?
Great questions. Scaling up. I think that's where I am right now. Me and my partner, the reason why we're taking everything, and that's a system and process that we and my partner like to do before we bring in someone, we like to do it ourselves, you know. We like to test it, you know. And right now we're kind of like in the inbound marketing, you know, phase whereby we're testing, it's working, right? It's been amazing. And right now we're trying to scale up, you know, and we're beginning to do the hiring process. And I think that's where REsimpli comes into play for us, you know, in terms of bringing people, assigning roles within the CRM, the ability to tag, communications, all of that included. I think we see REsimpli, it's going to make it easy for us, like I was saying before, in terms of the system and process. As we bring in people, it's going to make everything clean within our database, which is the CRM, you know, for us to make sure that we can communicate, tag, teaching and coaching, which is one of my favorite feature that came out here, whereby we have like the AI recorded summary, you
Yeah,
know, the summary. And that's the key. That's a big one for us, especially as we look forward in hiring again more people. it's going to make it easy for us for trainings, right? And scaling up, so when we bring in people, we can do trainings, we can listen to calls. It's easy for me, instead of scrolling through or replaying an audio that is 1 hour long. I can just
Yeah,
hit the summary and see, just get a breakdown.
absolutely.
So I think that's going to really help us in the future as we're scaling up in training and bringing in new people. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, man. Is there anything particular about REsimpli you think that sets it apart from other real estate softwares out there that you were considering before you switched to REsimpli?
Like I said before, I think it's all done for you. I think that's what
Yeah,
really makes it a unique product than any other product. It's done for you, basically, right? It's all set. You don't have to come in and do some crazy customization, right? It's ready to go for you. It makes it easy and for an investor to just be focused on what they're good at, which
yeah.
is closing deals. So I think that's one of the benefits.
Perfect. Finally, what would you say to someone who's listening to this and they're on the fence about using REsimpli for their wholesaling business?
Just do it. Just
Yeah,
get the CRM. If you don't have a proper CRM, that can do some follow-ups, proper drip campaigns, doesn't have a speed to lead. If your CRM is not organized, you're missing out on a lot of potential revenue. And REsimpli has just been the best for us. And if it's doing and it's working for me, believe it or not, it can be for the same, for the same people, who is currently watching right now and is on the fence of like, should I get it or not? Get it. I think it's very cheap. I think there's an entry fee, of like, was it $99?
99. Yeah,
Get started, give it a try, and trust me, just like me, you'll be ready to bump up, and get all the extra features, that comes with the REsimpli. Give it a try. It's very affordable. It has a nice community, right? So if you have questions, there's a Facebook group, there's videos, there's everything, than most CRM that don't, and that's one of the challenge I give to anyone watching right now. Find me a CRM whereby you can go in a Facebook group and find a community that can answer your questions. Find me a CRM that has a community on Facebook that can request features. Find me a CRM that really is investor specifically.
yeah. Thank you,
If you
man.
can find me something that is close to REsimpli, sure, go for it. But if
Yeah.
not, then REsimpli is your place.
Thank
Because
you.
the reason
Thank
I'm
you,
saying
Jonathan.
this is because there's none. That's the point,
Yeah.
right?
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you so much for that. Anyone listening to this, Jonathan, if they want to connect with you, learn a little bit more about your journey, what's the best way for them to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. My Facebook is Jonathan Kile. Follow me up there, and I'll be more than happy to assist. I've had some great value. When I got started, one of my first men was actually in Indiana, and believe it or not, we met on Facebook, right? And they provided a lot of values to me. The same way with the REsimpli community, we're getting a lot of values. So I would love to give back that value. If someone is, wow, wants my assistance, wants my help, I'm a resource, I'm more than happy to, to
Awesome.
assist. So find me on Facebook, Jonathan Kyle, and I'll be more than happy to
Yeah.
assist.
Yeah, we'll put link to that in the profile. Jonathan, thank you so much. I know you're busy and you're on Eastern time, so I appreciate you taking this call late and sharing your experience. Thank you.
Absolutely. It was an honor.